Hello again. I do hope that none of the viewers here suffer from high blood pressure, but if so, then they would be well advised not to listen any further to what I'm about to say. I spoke this morning about the quite open way that the BBC is now favouring black people over any other ethnicity, including those belonging to the majority white population. For some while this has been seen in other organisations, but it has generally been disguised and tricked out to look like a concern for all ethnic minorities. The reality is, of course, that the target always has been black people, and it is they who are to be helped, supported and given extra opportunities. Indians and Chinese people can go hang as far as most companies and public bodies are concerned, as indeed can the white people who make up 85% of this country's population. The only people who really matter these days are those whose ancestors are from Africa, which of course includes people of Caribbean origin. The latest instance of this preference is quite breathtaking and shameless, and even I could not quite believe my eyes when my attention was drawn to it. Gaining a degree with the Open University is a lot cheaper than going to a bricks and mortar university, but it will still set you back £2,000 a year if you wish to do a degree full time. This can be enough to discourage some people from doing a degree. The OU has this year launched a scheme whereby they are offering scholarships which will cover all the fees for a 3-year degree course, and they'll throw in another £500 so that students can afford to buy a laptop and get ready for the course. The only thing is, you have to be black. Allow me to quote what the Open University says about this. The Open University is committed to driving change and ensuring that academic institutions remain inclusive and accessible for all members of society. The Open Futures Scholarship for Black students is offering the opportunity for 50 students to study for free. At once we see a classic example of doublethink, as in 1984. We are expected to believe two different and contradictory things simultaneously. On the one hand, we must take this statement and accept it, that the Open University wishes to be inclusive and accessible for all members of society. And then, without missing a beat, we must also believe that it is quite right and proper for one section of society not to pay tuition fees like everybody else. Am I the only one to spot this contradiction? I give a link to this interesting offer in the description to this video. There is no rationale provided for this racial discrimination, no explanation as to why people of African or Caribbean parents should be more deserving of this opportunity than those with Pakistani, Muslim, Chinese or Indian parents, or indeed white British parents. It is simply given bluntly, and we are not expected to ask any of those awkward questions which might occur to those of us with inquiring minds. Questions such as, why is this offer not targeted at those from homes with very low incomes, regardless of race? Or, why on earth should black people be singled out in this way? Again. I've been seeing other examples of this lately, where opportunities and initiatives are launched solely for black people to the exclusion of all others. It is, I fear, very much a thing of the future. All pretense has been abandoned now and the gloves are off.